Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's Ring of Honor Wrestling for October 13th, 2012. This is much later since I just watched the pay-per-view first. I had to watch this on the DVR, so kind of got my dates screwed up for a second. But anyways, I really liked this episode of the show this week. We had Davey Richards versus Mike Bennett to open the show. Mike Bennett's got Brutal Bob, he's got Maria with him, and this is part of the Survival of the Fittest matches. And they had a great match, especially for television. I really thought Davey would come out there and just squash Mike Bennett, and I'm glad that didn't happen. At first, I really thought they were going to do it because he just kicks him in the face and then rolls him up, and I was like, oh my god, are they going to do the Sheamus Daniel Bryan right now? But no, Mike Bennett got a lot of offense in, and I really like Mike Bennett. I could definitely see him going to WWE in the future. I just think he's got the look, he's got the size to him, and I can just kind of see him as a WWE guy in the future. But this was good. Maria slaps Davey in the face, and this causes Mike Mondo to come out, and he kisses her again. And I think Bennett hit the TKO on Davey. I couldn't quite tell because the camera was focused on Mondo and Maria at the time. But Davey kicks Bennett in the face and gets the win. He advances in the tournament, and then he puts Brutal Bob's cigar in his mouth. So overall, I did like this. Barrister Artie Evans comes out with Ciampa, who's on crutches. And Evans says that he gave his word Ciampa would compete in the Survival of the Fittest. He says Ciampa's a thoroughbred, and what do you do with a thoroughbred when it breaks its leg? You shoot it. And he introduces his new client, QT Marshall. To be honest, I was disappointed by this. I don't know. He needs something. QT Marshall needs something. Maybe this is it. Maybe he'll eventually grow on me being paired with Barrister Artie Evans, but I don't know. I just wasn't really into it. But anyways, Ciampa goes for Project Ciampa on Barrister Artie Evans. And then QT Marshall comes out, so he tosses him to the side. And while he's distracted by Marshall, Evans hits him in the injured leg with the crutches. So the two of them beat up Ciampa. And then QT Marshall takes Ciampa's place in the Survival of the Fittest, and he's going to go up against Jay Lethal next. So we get that match, and it was alright. Jay Lethal wins with a lethal injection. It's just hard for me to get into these matches when the guys don't really have a lot of heat, and they're not really getting a big reaction. I still haven't really seen a lot of QT Marshall, so I'm kind of on the fence about that. And the live show I went to, he didn't get any reaction, which was pretty sad. But this was an alright match. But during the match, Prince Nana returns, and he attacks Barrister Artie Evans, throws him into the barricade. Let me see if I'm missing anything here. Nope, that's pretty much it, and then Lethal wins the match. So I still don't know where they're trying to take this. Maybe Prince Nana's going to get a guy to represent him, and then it's going to be that guy versus QT Marshall at Final Battle. Or maybe they'll just do Prince Nana versus Artie Evans at Final Battle. I don't really know, but Tommaso Ciampa versus QT Marshall is definitely going to be a new feud, so I guess you better get used to it. So anyways, next week it's going to be Homicide versus Roderick Strong, Mike Mondo versus Kyle O'Reilly, and Michael Elgin versus Rhino. So that should be a great show next week. They have some decent promos by Michael Elgin, Roderick Strong, and Rhino. Rhino says he refuses to lay down no matter how much money they offer him. Roderick says that Elgin was pretty good when he was carrying his bags, but now his head's getting almost as big as Roderick's balls. That is awesome. And Elgin says that he's going to tear down the House of Truth brick by brick. So I enjoyed these promos here. And then we get the main event. Carino's on commentary. And because of Steen hitting a fan at boiling point, they can't attend the Sinclair Affiliates dinner, and Carino is pissed off about this. He really wanted to go to this dinner, and now that they can't go, they're being denied even though they're the champions. I don't know. It was really funny, though. We get Steen with Jimmy Jacobs versus Rhett Titus with BJ Whitmer, and I really just love the commentary here because Carino was so good. They're talking about Samoa Joe. He acts like he doesn't know who he is. And Jacobs tries to use the spike, but Whitmer stops him, and he drops the spike in the ring. And Carino says, Whitmer had a spike. So he blames it all on him. Rhett Titus tries to use the spike, but the ref stops him. Steen super kicks him and hits the F5 for the win. And that was it. That was this week's episode. So I really did enjoy this week's show. I thought it had some great stuff on it. And next week sounds like a good show too. And Ring of Honor's been doing pretty good with these episodes, with Survival of the Fittest going on, the great pay-per-view they had tonight. Hopefully they can continue this, and I look forward to seeing where they're going to go next after this pay-per-view and everything. Hopefully, I'm sure they're going to do Road Rage. So I just hope it doesn't last too long. That's really all I can hope for at this point. I know it's coming. 1 week it's going to be Road Rage, and I know it. I'm anticipating it. So right now I'm just trying to enjoy the Survival of the Fittest, and then of course Road Rage. But hopefully it's just, I'm sure it's going to be probably 2 weeks of that. But anyway, I did enjoy this week's episode. Hope you guys liked this video. Leave your thoughts on this week's episode in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.